Well, this is a new ordinance with the City of Chicago. It was introduced by the Alderman Joe Moreno from the First Ward. And this is pretty much to improve the city's environment. There is going to be 2 stages for this ban, and this ban will apply to chain stores, 3 or more stores that have a common ownership, or any other store that's a part of a franchise. As far as those stores that are not a franchise and do not fall within this, we also have our retail rules and regulations that will cover that. So if you're not a part of this, if you're going to be an individual store owner, then the retail rules regulation, which I believe is Rule 45, 46, 47, you would need to follow. For the large stores with a floor area greater than 10,000 square feet, that ban takes effect August 1st. That is our 2015. That's our first stage that we're going to be covering in August 1st, and our second stage will be for any store that is less than 10,000 square feet, and the ban will take effect in August 1, 2016. Well, for the floor plan, it's the capacity of building in the floor area, which would mean the exterior walls, the building excluding stairways or other shafts and elevators. The exemption will be for any dine-in, takeout restaurants, and any store that is not a chain store. For all the restaurants, they're not going to be required to follow this ban. And for stores that are individually owned, they'll have to just continue following the retail rules and regulations that they follow now. So that doesn't change for them. Will stores still provide bags for the customers? Yes, unless the store did not previously provide carryout bags. There are stores at this moment that you do not need to take they do not provide bags or boxes. You could take your own bags or boxes. So if they didn't require it previously, they don't need it now. May stores charge a fee for the bags they provide? Stores may or may not charge a fee. It all depends. However, how they want to handle their business, that's fine. If they want to charge, they may. What type of bags may customers use when they go to a store? Customers may bring bags, boxes, types of any type in the store for their own use. So any type of bag, they're allowed to bring also boxes. May stores provide any type of reusable bag? No. Reusable bags provided by stores must meet each of the following criteria. The main points is that the reusable bag must have handles, which may be either affixed to the bag or made from a reinforced opening at the top of the bag, as long as the opening is large enough to accommodate 4 adult fingers. Their reusable bag must be specifically designed and manufactured for multiple use. There's also, for the minimum lifetime is 125 uses, and the carrying of minimum of 22 pounds, 125 over a distance of at least 175 feet. The reusable bag must have a minimum volume of 15 liters and machine washable or can be disinfected. They also cannot contain lead, cadmium, or any other heavy metal and toxic amounts. The reusable bag must have printed on the bag or the tag is permanently affixed to the bag the following information. The name of the manufacturer must be in there, the country where the bag was manufactured, a statement that the bag does not contain lead, cadmium, or any other heavy metal and toxic amounts, and the percentage of post-consumer recycled material used, if any. If made in plastic, the reusable bag must be a minimum of 2.25 mil stick, which is right now what we require for reusable bags for all stores. If the reusable bag is plastic and at least 2.25 mil thick, does it need to comply with other requirements? Yes. The reusable plastic bag must comply with all the requirements for reusable bags listed above. What are the requirements for the paper bags that the store provides? If a store provides paper bags to customers, the paper bags must meet all the following requirements. They must not contain growth fibers, 100% recyclable overall, and 40 post-consumer recyclable materials. The paper bag must be capable of composting consistent with the timeline specification of American Society for Testing, which is right now, that's what we're going to be following, the American Society for Testing and Materials. The paper bag must be accepted for recycling and curbside recycling programs. The paper bag must have printed on the bag the following information: the name of manufacturer, the location where the bag was manufactured, the percentage of post-consumer recycled materials, and the world recyclable and highly visible manner on the outside of the bag. This is what we currently use for the recyclable bags now. What are the requirements for compostable plastic bags provided by stores? Stores may provide compostable plastic bags as long as the bags meet all of the following requirements. The compostable plastic bags must be able to be broken down to simple organic components by biological processes when placed with other biodegradable or decaying natural materials. The compostable plastic bag must meet the current American Society for Testing and Materials for standard specification for compostable plastics. How many other independent testing organizations approved by certified are commercially compostable? Right now, we only have the ASTM, and any organization wishing to obtain approval certified compostable plastic bags may submit a letter to the Department of Health, to the Commissioner of Health. And if you have a handout, the address is there for 333 South State. The compostable plastic bag must have been certified and product by the Biodegradable Product, which is a BPI institute. So if there's any other institutes that want to be certified in the city of Chicago, they need to contact the commissioner with the Department of Health. What should I do if a store is not complying with the ban? Right now, as all our complaints come in through 311, you will be asked to provide the name and address of the store, and that's pretty much, for now, what we're going to be requiring. How will the city inspectors know if the bags offered by a store meet all the ordinance requirements? City inspectors will focus on the visible requirements such as the required logo, the size of the bag, and the label requirements. Periodically, the city may conduct audits by sending bags to a laboratory for a more detailed analysis of compliance. Right now, we currently have 4 rules that are for the retail rules and regulations. And I know I have them here. The Rule 47 requires every store to have a recycle bin, and in that recycle bin, it doesn't matter how they have it, the store just have to have where it says for recycle. So they could have plastics recycle, everything that the consumers may bring. So every store right now is required to have a recycle bin, and that's with our retail rules and regulations. For Rule 48 is reusable carryout bags. So this doesn't change. The only thing that might change is, since we now have specifications for the reusable carry bags, those have to be followed also for Rule 48. And Rule 49 is our plastic carryout bags, which are there. It has to be provided to all consumers right now. And we also have Rule 40, which is for our annual report, which is due every year on February 28th. So every year, if you have any recyclables, you have to report to us how much recyclable you had. So if you took it to a company, it all has to be reported as of now. And this will not change for stores that do not fall within the spectrum of the span. Thank you, Patty.